Were you surprised to see Vladdy in camp? Did you think he was gone when all that stuff happened?
No, not surprised at all. He's been here for 3 months now, and as far as we're looking at it as players, Vladdy's a part of our team. He's a part of our locker room. He's welcome into our locker room, and that's something between him and Doug and the organization. And as players, we don't get involved, and trade requests happen and happen all the time throughout the league. So he's been a good player for us for a long time. Was a huge part of winning a Stanley Cup, and that's something you don't forget. So as long as he's in our locker room, he's a big piece for our team and a big part of it.
Brayden, as a leader on the team, have you had a chance to talk to him, and where do you feel like he's at right now, mentally?
Sorry, I think you cut out there at the end of your question, or maybe you just ended it.
Yeah, have you had a chance to talk to him personally yourself, and where do you feel like he's at mentally and physically right now?
I mean, as far as, we talk to him every day, but I don't think you have to. Vladdy's a good player. He's going to be ready to start the season. He's a pro. He's going to do what it takes to be prepared and have a good season. So I think Vladdy's going to have a big year and get back to scoring goals and doing what he's capable of. So we feel in our locker room, he's ready to be a big piece for this team.
How do you feel just in general about the look of the club, say, assuming Vladdy's back and returns to former close, and you've added players like Buchnevich and Saad? How do you feel about the potential for this team?
Well, if you're talking about all that, I think you're talking about depth, and we won with depth. And you need it, from top to bottom throughout your lineup, and adding the players that we brought in, and Vladdy's around and stuff like that. That's more pieces, and that just makes us a more dynamic hockey team. So, like I said, moving forward, it just doesn't take one or two guys, especially the way the Blues build their teams. It takes everyone, and we have a lot of good pieces moving forward.
Brayden, what do you think was missing from this team defensively last year, and what do you have to be better at as a team this year on defense?
Yeah, I think we got to get back to, you can always talk about blue style of hockey, but I think even going past that, I think what wins championships are the top teams of the league, the teams that play the hardest defensively, and we got to get back to that. Yeah, it's always fun to score goals, but every night you're not going to win games 5-4. So we got to get back to playing hard in front of Binner. He's bailing us out quite a bit, especially last year, and we're going to make his job a little bit easier on him, and that takes 5 guys on the ice doing their job defensively, and when you're good defensively, more times than not, you have the puck more, and that allows you to create offense.
Is there stuff specifically in front of the net, in the area right around the net, that needs to be?
Yeah, we're changing up some things in our D zone that we're talking about right now. Obviously, it's only day one. We're going to keep on working at it, and with our coaches, the way the league works, they obviously keep a close eye on the top teams throughout the league from last year and kind of see what they're doing, and we're making some tweaks along the way, and I'm sure it'll help our system.
You got a close-up view there playing with Buchnevich today. What do you see from him, and what does he bring to the table for this team?
Yeah, big, strong guy, skates well. To be honest, I don't really know a whole lot about him. I've obviously played against him a couple times, but just around the locker room, he's a funny guy. He's fun to be around, and just on the ice, like I said, I think he's a big body that sees the ice well and skates well. So I can never have enough of those guys.
So what's the key to try to develop chemistry with somebody that you don't know very much?
Communication. This is probably the first for him where he's ever got traded, and he coming into a new organization, and just try and make him feel as welcome as possible. Obviously, we have some Russian guys around here that obviously make his life a little bit easier in that regard. But just as far as on ice goes, it's just communication and kind of tendencies, and I think a lot of it you can talk a little bit, but I think you're going to get used to him a little bit more and see him a little bit more when it's a real game, exhibition games, and that's when you can talk during the game or after the game, and try and get better. And I'm sure he's got questions for us and about the system and the way we play, and we try and help him as much as we can. But he's been a guy that's been around for a few years now, so he'll get it pretty quick.
Brayden, for you, what's it going to be like to be without your line mate for several years in Jaden Schwartz?
Yeah, it's going to be. It's obviously a little bit different. Just Schwartz around the locker room. He brings life and personality and lots of laughs. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and they can need a change of scenery. And just talk about me personally. Happy for him to be getting a fresh start in Seattle. Maybe sometimes change is good when you've been at a certain organization for 10 years. He definitely loved it here, won a cup here, and all that. But he had his right to go to free agency, and he took it, and I don't think there's any hard feelings on either side of him signing elsewhere.
Brayden, is there a sense of comfort knowing that the COVID protocols have been relaxed, and also that your team, according to Doug Armstrong, is 100% vaccinated?
Yeah, I mean, COVID's still around. It always will be. At the end of the day, as an organization and as a team, we did our part in getting the vaccine, and that's all you really can do. Obviously, there's still going to be cases spiking in different parts of the country or North America for that matter, and at the end of the day, we got the vaccine, and that's all you can really do. You try and stay safe and stay smart, but like I said, all you can really do is get the vaccine and go from there.
Let's do a couple more for Brayden.
Brayden, a quick two-parter on Robert Thomas. A lot of people in the organization say he looks great, good conditioning. What have you seen? Does he look different from last year? And then how important was it for him to get in camp and not miss any time?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, year by year, as a young guy, I think you just feel more comfortable and confident, and I think he's going to have a big year for us. We need him to have a big year, and as far as being in camp, I think that's important. You just, it's obviously it wears on a guy. I think when you're not signed and you're missing camp, it only gives you, it gets you thinking a lot. But so it's important that they got a deal done, and he's here for day one, and I think he's happy to be here. Obviously here for day one and being a part of it right from the get-go.
Brayden, is there anything you did differently in terms of your off-season regimen or training?
I think I don't know. I was around St. Louis a lot, so I feel like I skated a lot more. Just being here, access to ice and stuff like that. Maybe more so than I used to. A little bit of that, trained here in St. Louis. So you're always finding different ways to get better and tweak things, but not going to explain them all, I guess.